But also when you're older too, it's like, I've been doing this for so long, like.
You ain't got time for games anymore.
But
yeah, exactly.
When then by the time you're 30, if you're single at that point, you're just looking at all of your peers that have failed relationships and shit. So you might be like more hardened and skeptical to the whole endeavor in the first place.
I've always said,
yeah. I don't know. I'm not spitting facts. I'm just spitting theories.
Or maybe
it's not a fact, though, just a theory.
Or maybe you get to a point where you're a person of a particular age and you're like, look, I'm 38. I want to get married. I want to have kids. I met this guy a few months ago. I like him. I'm going to marry him. Done. But the same with you. I don't think there's an age.
Yeah, that's like an opposite
I don't think there's an age thing. I don't think it's an age thing. I think it's a person thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I said. That when you get older, you come like more sturdy in you.
Right.
If you have someone actually like to bounce off of, I don't know. Like it's just a theory. It's just a theory. Like I can't prove it at all.
I've read that by the time you're 30, you're pretty much who you're going to be for the rest of your life.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I don't really see it. Well, yes and no. It's still more growth that can happen.
Obviously, growth. But by the time you hit 30, you're kind of getting your careers going. You more than likely graduated college. I'm not saying everybody has to graduate college, but for the most part, you're setting your career is starting to take off a little bit. You're looking to settle down. That's what I've read, is that once you hit 30, that's when that happens.
Hey, real quick, Nate, one sentence, and also just one sentence. Also, you could be married to your career,
right? And then single.
And everything else is just second,
right?
No matter who it is,
right?
All right, go ahead, Nate.
So what I was going to say is it actually kind of bounces off of your point about you are who you are when you're 30 years old. But I've also read a ton of articles and evidence basically suggesting that like a synchronization of your habits and your personality occurs when you live with somebody.
Right.
So if you're in that age that I was talking about, where you transition from being a dumb adult to a slightly less dumb adult, because we're all still dumb. We're all just pretending like we got this figured out, but we don't really know. But during that transition period, if you're synchronizing with your partner, then I don't think it's far-fetched to suggest that during the process of you shaping who you will be by the time you're 30 years old was influenced by the fact that you had a partner during that time. So while you were doing the last, like basically the final proofread of who you're going to be as a person, if you had a partner during that time, then I don't think it's crazy to suggest that who you are as a person was shaped by your experience with another person. So your relationship is stronger because the last touches of who you are was shaped by your partner. Does that make sense?
Oh, I got you.
You get what I'm saying? Versus if you did not have a partner during that time, then you were basically on a solo mission.
I do have a point when you're done.
You were on a solo mission to shape who you are, and then you became your own fucking person.
Right.
It made you less compatible. So, like, during my development, I basically developed...
that kind of validates what I said, because I said I don't know I don't remember who I am without you.
Yeah, it's true, though. It makes sense, though. So, like, during my development into being, like a middle-aged adult, my development was shaped significantly by having a partner. You know what I mean? So that, like, I'm just theorizing again.
I'm gonna say one thing about millennials, though, because if you go on,
I love millennials.
Our favorite thing, social media. You go on social media.
I love social media too.
A lot of single women and men want you to already be established financially, career. You got your stuff together. You're emotionally stable. So you can't possibly be that when you're 21. So with millennials, the reason why they're not getting married young, they're waiting until they're older, is because that's a big part of millennial culture. They want you. They don't want to help you grow. Right. They don't want a project. They want the project to be complete.
They're good to hook up with you.
But they come into your life.
What's crazy is that I think y'all can relate to that. Me and Jenny, we were both projects when we got married.
We're still projects.
I said both of y'all can relate.
No, I'm saying we're still projects. Like, we still got...
Here. What she means to say is toast.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I'm agreeing 100%.
Yeah, I didn't say that anything was ended or it's a final product, but yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it wasn't like, I had like, I think I was still, I think it was a E3, E4, E3. I was on the dorms. Yeah, when I got
we were
married.
senior airmen.
Yeah, I think both of us,
You was a baby.
You lying. Shut up.
Nah, I was fraternizing.
You wanted to put that on record?
I decline all future Oscar invites.
You've already said that. At this point, you gonna lose the Grammys, man.
Right?
You know what though?
Come on.
You know what? Maybe we could do BET.
I decline all future BET invites.
I will agree with
let's go
this
to the next
one. Face-to-face interaction.
You know, this right here pisses me off.
That ties right into social media, though, man. Come on.
So I always see memes, and I always like look at this shit. I'm like, I just don't like it. Like, this is the one meme I just don't enjoy. We see the memes like that when someone calls you, and someone's like looking like real crazy.
Bro, that's so fucking real. You know how many times I stare at my phone waiting for the call to end?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what though. But I don't think that's not really a millennial thing. I think that's just like, I don't feel like talking to this motherfucker right now. But it depends who it is. Like, if Nell calls me,
anybody, man,
I pick up.
Yeah,
if Nate calls, I pick up. Pat calls, I pick up. Ma, Pops.
It depends on the time of day, too.
Unless I'm at work or I'm doing something, then I just can't. And usually, I just text you back. Like, AJ called me right before the podcast started. I just texted, hey, we gotta go live real quick. So
yeah, man.
I'll call him after this.
A lot depends on the time too, man.
But the thing is that not to cut you off, but the thing is that when it comes to actually like, I feel like a lot of people just don't. I feel like there's a lost art in actually like talking to people and communicating.
No,
in general,
that's well studied and documented, man.
And that's a sad. It's a sad thing, man.
It's a sad thing, but it's a reality when it comes to like what millennials are growing up with.
We can sit here and say
you know?
millennials this and that, but there's some baby boomers that's just as on Facebook and Instagram more than millennials are.
Right, but they have better social.
Actually, I do not disagree.
They have
I'm
better,
telling you, it's like, everybody. It's not just this one particular generation.
I know, but like psychologically, they have better social like relationship bond type skills than we do.
I am a people person.
And we are better. We are better than our children are.
Shut up. See,
we are better than our children are. Like that's like a big thing. That's a big subject of psychology. That's a big subject of study. Is basically so. What's the generation that comes after millennials, man? Was it Gen X? Gen Z. Yeah. Gen Z. By comparison, are horrible at face-to-face interaction. So this is targeting millennials, but what's happening is that there's a direct correlation between technology and a lack of like social skills. Basically.
I feel like the president for that generation is just gonna be an individual. It's like, you know what, I could talk well in front of people,
and they're gonna be like, oh my god, how does he do that?
Yeah, it's gonna be like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
and all he's doing is talking.
Right.
I'm not even joking about that.
No,
like,
no crazy. Bullshit, man.
Yeah,
and it's the thing to remember, the thing to take like with that point, and then with Gen Z and everything, is that it's not their fault. You know what I mean? It's not like you should be angry at Gen Z for having like
I will
less
agree
than
with that.
less than standard social skills in comparison to millennials or baby boomers or what have you, man. It's they you adapt to your environment, and their environment.
Their environment is
their environment dictated,
and that's what I was just about to say. Like, remember when we were kids? What were we doing? We were playing outside.
Right.
We were riding bikes.
Bro, the
we
internet,
were running races in the street with the neighborhood
kids. I was like 14
kids.
years old, man.
Kids don't play outside no more.
Well,
they do, but they don't. Not like you outside all day in the summertime. Exactly.
Yeah. So I've seen the little memes, and they're not really memes. They're more like baby boomer memes. So they're like they're like piss poor attempts at memes. But
baby boom memes.
Yeah.
What is that?
What is that?
Some old man with a camera up to his face like this?
But it's like one of those panels where you have on the top you have a picture of like the 90s where you have parents that are like hassling their kids to come inside because they never want to come inside.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then you have and then on the bottom, and it's the exact opposite. 2018, you have parents that are hassling their kids to go outside. And as like cringeworthy and fucking baby boomer as that point may be, it's kind of relevant.
That's what I think.
And there's a consequence to it.
Sports will play a big role in the future generations because that's really one of the ways that kids get outside and make friends is through their sports teams.
Yeah,
and stuff
all
like
I
that.
learned when I played soccer is that other kids weren't shit and they didn't care about this.
Just because you was over there running people over.
Yeah, they didn't want to win. They didn't want to win. They wanted to play with butterflies and pick grass and shit, man.
Let me put it like this real quick.
Yeah,
I got a decent point. I
wanted to win.
I'm
a champion.
The Georgia's party tonight or this morning that I did, like I said, great event. There was not one kid there, and all of them were probably like under 10. There's that one kid there that was rushing to a phone that wanted to see what's going on, on the internet. I had a movie playing, I had The Grinch playing in the background in the auditorium, but all of them were playing with each other, playing tag, running around. So
You think it's overhyped?
it's way overhyped.
I believe.
I think it's
think
overhyped.
Facts, man.
The thing is that these kids want to be kids. They want to run around. They want to do stuff. So, and today, it's not so much it's something I didn't know. It's just that it was just further proof that as parents, as the next generation, what are you doing to, like, how are you, who's watching your kid? Are you letting technology watch your kids, or are you actually put your kids out there? Do you have